Hello, I am the Dark Fae, and today I'm going to be doing a makeup look inspired by my favorite character of Critical Role, Jester. For those of you who don't know what Critical Role is, it's a group of voice actors that involve, Travis Willingham, Marisha Ray, Liam O'Brien, Sam Riegel, Laura Bailey, Taliesin Jaffe, Ashley Johnson, DM'd by Matt Mercer. You might recognize some of those names from your favorite video games and animes, but they are a group of voice actors who play Dungeons and Dragons, and they have this ongoing stream on Twitch, and then they upload the videos on YouTube. But it's like, you might think that watching people just play Dungeons and Dragons is like boring or like what's the point, but it's really fun. It's so engaging, and they all get so into their characters, and it's just so like immersive and believable, and Matt is such like an amazing DM that it's so fun. It's basically like watching a TV show. So if you don't know, you should check them out. Twitch.tv/Critical Role. I guess I can put the link down in the description below. But yeah, so today I'm going to be doing a look inspired by Jester. For those of you who don't know, Jester is a blue tiefling cleric. These words might sound like nonsense to anyone who doesn't really know D&D, but she's like super bubbly and super sweet. She's from like a port town called Nicodranas, and she talks like this, and she's like super bubbly, and like she likes to play tricks on people because her like patron deity is the Traveler. I don't do the voice super well, but in my own like D&D campaign, the character I play has a voice like inspired by hers, because to me, like, just that voice is like kind of the most memorable, and it always like kind of sticks with me after the stream, so I might be popping in and out of that voice during this YouTube video. I'm going to be focusing mainly on my eyes. Like, I don't usually do a whole lot of like makeup around my face. Like, I don't really contour, use blush and highlighter and all of that. Right now I'm currently just wearing like a little bit of BB cream and foundation mixed together. So yeah, focusing on the eyes. I'm actually going to do one eye off camera just to kind of gather my thoughts and make sure it doesn't just turn into a big horrible mess. And I will be right back. Hello and welcome to my face. So I've got one eye finished. You can see it's kind of like this smoky blue look with like a little bit of green detail and a little red gem. Sorry that my lighting's not the best, so I don't know if you can see like all of the colors super clearly. But yeah, so now I'll be recreating the eye on we'll be recreating the look on this eye. So to start with, I'm using this BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, and I bought a couple palettes just like for the purpose kind of being able to try out fun looks, because for my day-to-day I don't usually go super colorful. I usually keep things pretty like muted or pretty on like the more natural side. So I'm going to be taking this color and this color here, and just kind of, this is kind of hard to do, just kind of mixing them both. And I'm going to apply that kind of as my transition shade, just above my natural crease. So I have like hooded eyes, so with my, like where my crease is, I can't really, how do I say, I have to kind of put the color a little bit above, as well as I'm not really able to like cut a crease that's above my natural crease line, because my natural crease line is really like defined and very like folded. So if I do that, it kind of just looks like I put the color in the wrong spot. So how do I do this? I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of apply the color. I'm using just kind of a fluffy brush. I don't really use brushes all that much, really, and I just bought these as like a set that I can just travel with. But yeah, I'm not super, I usually just use my fingers, so it's actually a little bit unfamiliar for me. So generally when you're doing your makeup, you want to look straight ahead. You don't want to really like bend your eye or fold your eye differently or like look up or down, because that'll kind of affect where you put the color. So I'm trying to actually like keep this somewhat straight ahead, and I'm just going to apply this a little bit above my crease, and then kind of just blending it out, just so it creates kind of a nice kind of softer fade. So, because I don't want a harsh line with this color. This is so weird, I've never done this before. And then once I'm happy with it, it's also, my eyes are also like a little uneven, so I kind of have to almost put on my eye makeup differently per eye. It's a little bit weird, but yeah, so once I've got this like nice pinky lilac shade, I'm going to take a liner brush and going in with this kind of very dark navy color, I'm going to kind of outline the shape of my makeup above like where my crease is. So I'm going to first kind of draw out a wing at the corner. I'm trying to make sure that both eyes are even, which I'm the worst at because my eyes aren't even, but I'm gonna try. So I guess first off I can actually just kind of trace the color into the crease. Bringing it down to the inner corner, kind of just following my natural socket. Sorry, I'm kind of like this all the time, huh? Probably can't see very well. It's really hard to hold a mirror though, and like also not get in the way of the camera. It's okay, I'm learning. Let's see. It's kind of like that. I think that looks pretty good. And then now that I have kind of this shape, I'm going to go in with a smaller kind of filbert brush and taking these two colors here, this kind of royal and like a navy blue, but not as dark as that one obviously. I'm gonna take these two colors and start darkening my outer corner for like this kind of nice transition, this kind of nice ombre. I'm gonna try and kind of keep this line right here sharp, but then kind of blend out the rest of it so it's not this harsh line up here. So we blend because Jester is blue. But yeah, I really recommend getting into Critical Role, or at least giving it a shot. It is it does like take a little bit to get into, especially if you're new to the game, but after a while it just like kind of turns into almost like watching a TV show, and all of like the characters and all of like the people are so great. It's just really fun. Okay, I'm gonna take a slightly bigger brush, and I'm gonna kind of just like buff out this top line. But it's so much fun, you guys. It's really made me like a better Dungeons and Dragons player, but it's also just like gotten me so much more involved in the game too. I'm just kind of buffing it in kind of small circles. Just gonna line this a little bit. And on this edge, I'm using the small brush again, just for any kind of smaller points. Because I don't want to like blur this line out too much. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I've never really like cut a crease before, and like I said earlier, because of the way that my eyes are hooded, I can't really cut like above where my natural crease line is. But I am going to take like a little bit of concealer. This is when I don't really use concealer all that much, but this is the Revlon Candid Antioxidant Concealer in 10. And you can use, like, usually people use like eyeshadow bases, or yeah, I think eyeshadow bases are usually the thing to use, but I don't have an eyeshadow base, so I'm just making do with concealer. And what I'm doing is I'm taking just like a rounded brush and just kind of like stamping that across my lid a little bit, just to give me kind of a cleaner canvas to get like my brighter colors on. So I'm just going to start kind of the center of my eye. You can see. And just kind of following where my natural lid is. I'm just kind of stamping that on and then kind of dragging it down a little bit to blend. Again, I don't usually do this. This is so foreign to me. I really hope that you can see this okay and it's not like I really hope that this isn't like unviewable. I hope you can like kind of see what I'm doing. I feel like I always have a problem with just like a camera quality. Like even though it's like a 1080p whatever camera, I always feel like it's not as clear as like others. But maybe that's, I don't know. Anyways, so I'm gonna take a little bit of these two blues again, mixing them together, and I'm just gonna kind of like re-stamp along the outer third. And kind of blending it out so you get this kind of like nice gradient effect like that. And you can kind of tell how much more color you get from the eyeshadow that's placed on top of the concealer versus just on my natural skin. Not natural skin, there's some makeup on it, but the concealer does definitely make a big difference in the color payoff, which is why people use a base. And then again, taking these two colors, this is kind of like a darker sky blue and like a baby blue color. I'm going to mix those two together. And then kind of stamp that all across my lid. Because Jester is blue, and this is how blue she is. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. And then I'm going to switch palettes really quick. And I'm going to take, this is also by BH Cosmetics. This is the Aurora Lights palette. And I think these are really pretty, honestly. They're all like super shimmery and like super pigmented. The colors are gorgeous. And I'm going to take a little bit of this color, Ombre, and use that to highlight my inner corners. And I still have like a little bit of blue left on my brush, so it actually kind of turns out into this nice like very light blue sparkle, which I think is super pretty. and very fitting for Jester because she's so sparkly and bubbly. And the bubbly all the time, you guys. I normally would be trying harder with the voice, but it's kind of late and I'm a little tired. I have a bit of a headache, so it's not coming out that well. So I apologize. Let me this. I'm gonna bring it to the inner corner, just a little. Okay, so that's done. And then I'm going to actually take this kind of navy blue color called Magnetic and place it along the outer third just for like a little bit of extra shimmer. Actually, I don't know if it comes off across too much on camera, but it makes a difference. It's just really pretty. I love this color. It's the outer corner. And then taking this shimmery blue color and called Polar, I'm going to put that all over my lid. Yeah. And then really quick, taking one second actually. And then I'm going to take a little bit of these two green shades, mixing these together, because Jester is a cleric. She has like a deity that she is that she serves, I guess, or worships. Obviously, yeah, worships. That's the word. And he is the traveler. He's like super cool, you guys, and he always wears like this green cloak. So I'm adding a little bit of green as like an homage to that. So I'm gonna sweep that along the lower lash line and then add a little bit of shimmer and then also add this like little bit of a wing to it. Just kind of smoking out the lower lash line a little bit. And then I'm going to actually take this palette. This is a my Sephora Beautiful Crush palette. I got this like a long time ago, and I probably shouldn't still use it, but I do like the eyeliner, like the gel eyeliners that it has at the bottom. So, one second. So I'm gonna take this color right here, which is like a really pretty kind of foresty green color. Use that, take that up on a liner brush, and then I'm just going to apply that over the green on the lower lash line and then wing it out. So actually I'll draw the wing first. I'm just kind of following this line right here and then connecting it to the lower lash line. Like that. It's not as the color hadn't picked up as well on this eye, but it's a bit better now. So that's winged out. Wing that out a bit. And then that's pretty much the eyeshadow's done. So the next step I'm going to go ahead and line my eyes using a liquid eyeliner. So this is the Tartelette, like the dual-ended Tartelette liner. It comes with like a gel pencil side and a liner side, liquid liner side. So I'm going to be using this. I keep closing my mirror. Using this and just like really thinly lining my eyes. So keeping the pen like as close to my lash line as possible and keeping it horizontal. I'm just kind of gonna go in and like stamp a line as close to my lash line as I can get. Like that, and then I'm going to follow this kind of line, eyeshadow line that I've made for myself and wing it out just a little bit. Also trying to make sure it's even with this one. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then the next step is curling lashes and mascara. So I'm gonna take my eyelash curler, and I always use kind of like the same mascara combo. So I'm gonna go ahead and curl my lashes. Like, no, this is not a torture device, even though it might look it. I've like never been afraid of like having things close to my eye, so this is like no problem. But I know for some people it's like getting this close to your eye is like probably pretty uncomfortable, but it doesn't hurt. And you can see my lashes are kind of caught between and you just curl them. But sometimes when I have on like heavier eyeliner or like more intense eyeshadow, I never really feel like mascara does anything for me. I guess like because I feel like you can't even really see my lashes. Like I generally don't wear fake lashes, so I'm not going to really use them, I think, in my makeup looks. But yeah, I feel like I have to have much more natural makeup for mascara to make a difference. But let's put on some mascara. So the two mascaras that I like to use, this is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is the waterproof version. On its own, it is a little bit clumpy and like a very wet formula, so it feels like it doesn't, I don't know. It feels like it doesn't really dry, and so you kind of have to, like, it takes kind of forever and it kind of doesn't really hold the curl very well that way. Which is why I usually layer another mascara on top of it. And the one that I do layer on top of it is one that I actually don't know if they have anymore, but it's, you can tell this is very used. It's the Voluminous Waterproof Miss Manga mascara by L'Oreal. And I always get mascara everywhere when I use the Too Faced one. Or honestly, just in general. But, so I usually comb that through, and it kind of helps to get rid of the clumps, and also like, kind of just creates like a second coat that is a little bit more waterproof, and I feel will help dry it out a little more. Because this one's not really for volume, it's more for like length, I feel, and like kind of lash separation. Sorry, half of the screen is just like my palette in front of my face. Okay, so now that mascara is complete, last step that I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little rhinestone here in the corner of my eye, a little red one. It looks kind of orange in some lights, but I'm going to call it red. And I'm adding that because of Jester's mom back in Nicodranas. She is known as the Ruby of the Sea, so I thought it'd be pretty fitting to add a little ruby for Jester. So let me just get that. And I'm going to be using a little bit of lash glue to apply it. So I'm taking just like some lash tweezers. It's hard to pick up. And I'm just going to take a little bit of lash glue. Oh no. There's just going to be little rhinestones everywhere by the time I'm done. I did this last time. Okay. So I'm just going to squeeze out like a little bit of glue. Ooh, okay, a bit of glue. Just kind of let it stick there really quick. And then take it kind of in my tweezers, if I can. And then I'm just gonna place it. I need my palette mirror for this. Place it kind of just right on the outer corner of my eye. Kind of just like right above where the eyeliner starts to swoop up. A little higher. There. I'm just gonna not touch it, not move my face, wait for it to dry. And there's like a little bit, if there's a little bit of like a glue mark, eyelash glue will usually dry clear, but you can also take a brush and just like kind of get a little bit of color and just kind of like wipe that away. Like you can't even really see the mark anymore, but just clean it up a little bit. Yeah. And then that is the eyes finished. So I'm gonna just come in a little bit closer. Hello. And you can see it's kind of just like this light blue to dark blue gradient, like a little bit of a green flush and a little bit of a red accent. This is so weird. I've never had gemstones on my eyes before. But, and then I think, then I'm gonna zoom back out a little bit. So this is the look. And then I'm just gonna do a really easy lip. I love lip tints, so that's kind of all I use. I'm gonna use this Revlon lip tint just on the center of my lips, and it's kind of this like purpley mauvey color. Just a little bit. And then because Jester is so kind of bright and bubbly, and also because her guiding bolt is always with pink glowing energy, I'm going to take this. This is Etude House Dear Darling tint in 501. I don't know which one's the color out of those because it's in Korean. It looks like this, and I'm just gonna apply that on my lips. I always start with the center, and then kind of smack together and kind of fade it out a little bit. It's kind of like in like the Korean style tint. And then sometimes I take like my finger and kind of feather it out just a little bit. Just to make sure it's all blended. Yeah. So yeah, there you go. I guess there is my finished Jester inspired makeup look. Skin. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was like not terribly done and it was actually okay to follow. I'll have to go through the recording and see how I can kind of improve for next time, since I've never done this before. But this was a lot of fun. I really love Critical Role, and I'm excited to, I should say, I really love Critical Role, and they stream on Twitch every Thursday for their main like Dungeons and Dragons session. So be sure, if you're interested, go check them out. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I have a plan to kind of make more of these for like the rest of the characters too. I have some ideas in mind already, and I'm actually really excited to try them out. So yeah, look for more of these in the future. Don't forget to subscribe and like and all that. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!